Alright guys, so here's a showcase with Spectrum against stage 60 Cull Obsidian. I've got her transcended. She does have a proc obelisk, so nothing fancy. The rotation I'm using here is 3 into 2 into 5, and then 3 into 2 into 6. Typically the proc will land on the 5th skill or the 6th skill. That's kind of what you want. Those are going to be the two skills that do the most damage with her. One issue that I had with Spectrum is her heal on the 3. You really have to let the 3 play out to get the heal, and that can trigger the proc a little bit early, so you may have to reset your rotation after doing the heal. It may cost you a little bit of time just having to wait for that proc to reset. But as you can see, the damage isn't bad. It's not anything great though. For a character that's more expensive than Moonstone or some of the other more recent Transcended tunes that we've got, I just feel like she's a little expensive for what you get. Since we were all getting a free one from Faction War, by all means build her up, but don't rush to get her to tier 2 and transcend her. I don't personally think she's worth a Mega Tier 2 ticket. If you have extra Mega Rank Up tickets to get her to 6 stars, I don't think that would necessarily be a bad thing. It will allow you to take advantage of her leadership in World Boss Ultimate or other game modes, but to transcend her just for World Boss Legend, I think that's just kind of a mistake. So as you can see here, she can do stage 60 in about 2.5 minutes without strikers, so it's not horrible, but again, I think she's just a little expensive to be doing that. There are plenty of other tunes that can do that way faster. So here we're going to try her out against stage 5 Knull. This is just kind of my baseline that I use right now because most of my characters can clear this in 2 to 3 minutes from start to finish. So we're just going to see how much she can do, how fast she can get to the end of the first stage. I am using Scarlet Witch as the lead for this first run. Basically, this is the team up that I use for Moonstone. So I was just seeing how she compared to Moonstone with this team up. So here I can already tell she can't clear this stage. Basically, for most of my tunes, if I can't get to the end of the first phase by about 3.5 minutes, I know they just aren't going to have the damage necessary to finish Knull before time runs out. So, at this point, I already know she's not going to clear the stage, but I just want to see how long it does take her to get him out of the chair. You can kind of see one of the issues that she has is she gets knocked back, she gets guard broken a lot, but one nice thing is that transcendence skill will actually dodge the cages, so if you can get it off cooldown in time, you can actually use it to dodge a few of his attacks and kind of speed things up. So now I'm changing up the team up, and I'm going to give her a double support with her own lead, which is how most people will probably want to use her, just because her lead is so good for World Boss Legend. And again, you can kind of see it's already going a little bit faster, but let's see how fast she can do this. So as you can see here, she's about 30 seconds faster with her own lead versus Scarlet Witch. Personally, I think she's a little expensive just to do for a lead. Now, I could definitely do it faster if I switched her build up a little bit, so we'll just kind of go over that real quick. I've got most of her important stats capped. The only one that's not capped is crit rate, but with her second skill buff, it will cap, or her third skill buff, one of those gives her 30% crit. I've got all of her skills maxed out, a few Uru on her, a fully awakened ISO set, and like I said before, just a damage proc, so definitely room for improvement.